What's up, everybody? Mr. Elmex back again with another review. This time it's going to be on a Protech TR-3. TR stands for Tactical Response. So obviously they're focusing their target customer is going to be military, police, security type agencies. Apparently, I'm not positive, but I believe that this, not this model, but this make, I guess, of the Protech is issued to some Navy SEALs and Secret Service agents, from what I understand. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's to be true. So, must be right. Anyways, this is a fully auto. It's got about a 3.5-inch blade on it. Overall width of the blade is about 1 inch, and it's about 8 inches overall length. Again, sorry about the off-camera measuring. Like I said, my ruler's nailed to my workbench, so I have to get a smaller one. So anyways, this is a push-button lock design. It works just like a firing pin safety plunger if you're familiar with firearms. As you can see in there, when you push the button in here, it plunges that plunger down into the frame here, where there's a spring on the other side, and it allows the blade to pass through that hole in the middle. And then that's how it locks up as well. I don't know how well you can see that, but this side is what's locking up the blade. It's a really good tight lockup. There's not much surface area there touching it, so I don't know how strong that lock would actually be. I'd really be interested in to see what kind of lock strength testing is done out there on these things. I haven't seen any. I don't know. Maybe if one of you all know where I can find one or point me in the right direction, but so far on a push button Protech, I don't know of any lock tests that are being done. Other than that, it's a very lightweight knife. This thing's going to come in right around, I think, 3.4 ounces. Let me double check on that. They have it advertised at 3.68 ounces. So I'm going to run in real quick and grab my scale, and we'll see exactly what it comes in at. Alright. Zero it out, and my scale is coming in at 3.6, so good job, Protech. They got it right on the button there on the website, which is actually a great weight for this knife, in my opinion. You've got a full-size grip, very good, comfortable grip. Ergos are good. There's no hot spots on this, no hot spots on with the clip either. But anyways, you got a full-size knife. Overall length of 8 inches with only 3.6 ounces. And the reason it's so light is because it's aluminum handles, and they've got some milling going on in it. And the lock construction and the design is just very simple. There's not a lot going in there. You have a coil spring that launches it, and you have the push button lock, and that's it. Other than that, it's just aluminum and steel, construction. So it's really easy for them to get the weight down, which is also nice for carrying. I like knives this size. This is like my sweet spot. I don't like the Benchmade mini griptilian I have. I hardly ever carry that just because I can't get a full grip on it. I don't like the smaller knives. So when I can have a knife that's this size and that weight, that's a huge plus for me. I like it a lot. I definitely appreciate the weight. Again, as far as the ergonomics go, it's got this cut out for your finger. You got some jimping on the front, on the back there, not on the blade, just actually on the scales. It feels good. And if you want to get a Filipino grip on it, you can too, and that's comfortable. As far as the ergonomics go, also you have some milling on the show side which provides a little bit of texture. Their finish on the handle is anodization for the aluminum, and a lot of people don't like it because it kind of feels chalky, but I really don't mind it because that chalkiness, and it's not really chalky, like it's not like you're feeling it and it's like grippy. I mean, it's still smooth, but it's just not like, I don't know what some people would expect out of it, but it gives a good texture in my opinion. I like it. It's not going to slip out of your pocket or anything. It's also not very aggressive either. Like, it's not like an aggressive G10, but it's just enough, man, for me. It's got a little bit of texture on the back there too, right where your palm goes. It locks in pretty good, man. Really don't see a need for anything else, more aggressive than that. And the fit and finish on these, supposedly, I mean, not supposedly, they say that each knife is hand fitted and inspected before it goes out the door at Protech. And I definitely believe that to be true, as the fit and finish on this thing is perfect, and that's really where your money's going to, is the construction and the fitment of these things. Look, the blade centering is perfect. Your pivot is milled in there like perfectly. It's like perfectly flush and smooth, and it's like that everywhere. And everything is just down to the thousandths of an inch with these knives. They're doing a great job with the construction. As far as the blade itself, it's 154 cm, and that's a good steel. I mean, it's gonna wear out a little bit faster, or not wear out, it's gonna dull a little faster than some of the super steels. But if you're a law enforcement or military or a firefighter and you're using your knife a lot of people don't want to spend a lot of time sharpening their knives. So their target audience is, those fields. So those guys, they're out in the field using their knives. They want to come back and they don't want to spend 45 minutes sharpening their knives. So I think they're doing a good job with picking the 154, in my opinion. Steel nerds are going to want something more. But who they're making these knives for, I think it's perfect. It's going to hold an edge good. It's a strong steel, but it's also not a huge ordeal to sharpen back up either. Now, when this thing fires, it fires. There is no question that this thing comes out with authority. I mean, it actually will shake your arm when it comes out. You gotta be careful too. You gotta be definitely cognizant of where you're opening and where your blade is pointed, because that tip can come across and cut something that you're not wanting to cut if you're not paying attention. So just something to consider with the automatics. And any knife really, even a flipper, you can do some damage if you're not paying attention while opening it. Now, as far as the automatic knife in general, is it needed? Is it necessary to have an automatic knife? No, definitely not. Is it fun? Yes, it is very fun. This thing is definitely fun to pull out of your pocket, push that button, it fires out, and you're ready to cut something. I mean, it's a novelty. It's definitely not needed. I mean, for example, anyone can take a flipper and get it out just as fast. Or any knife for that matter. Thumb stud, spidey hole, you can get it out just as fast. But this is more, for me, it's more about the fun of having a push button auto. The clip itself is pretty wide, pretty big. It's not the most aesthetically pleasing clip in the world, to say the least, but it's very functional. It's not going to come out of your pocket. Now, if you had this in a tactical vest or kit or something, there's enough surface area to where this thing is just, in strength, I mean, it is really strong. It's not coming out of your pocket or your vest unintentionally. This is the Blade HQ exclusive, so it's their Desert Warrior colors, which is the green anodized aluminum handles and the copper. They're calling it a copper coating blade. They don't list anywhere what the finish is on the blade, so I actually asked Protech on an Instagram thread what it was, and this one in particular is titanium nitride, which is a super strong finish, which I'm surprised they don't list that, because that's a pretty big selling point to some people, to have a strong hard finish like titanium nitride. I have some pistol barrels that are titanium nitride, and they hold up, you know, to slide wear on the barrel. So, you know, cutting stuff, it's definitely gonna hold up for sure. Now I do have a little nick on the top of it. I don't know if you can see right there. There's two nicks from where it slid off the stone one time, and nick. So, you know, a stone is pretty coarse. It's designed to sharpen your knife. I could definitely see how it would do some damage to a finish, and that's just user error, 100% my fault. And it's gonna happen. You know, they're tools. They're gonna get dinged up. This is definitely a user. Yeah, and then I dropped it once there on the back too. So I like carrying it. I like using it. It's gonna get dinged up, and I'm okay with that because I like using it a lot. So pretty much all I needed to cover, I think, on this particular knife. It's my first Protech. It's not going to be my last. I'm looking at a couple other ones here on my short list. So as soon as I figure out which one I get, I kind of want a gentleman folder from them, or auto, like maybe one of the Godsons or one of their Sprints. I like something real nice I can carry, like, you know, going out or something. But I think that's about it. Covers it for this video. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of your day.